Subject on this morning, amen. One mightier than I. Amen. One mightier than I. Yeah. In this season, amen, in this Christmas season, if we want to call it that, amen, I told you our theme, amen, coming into this season was TGIF. Thank God I'm forgiven. Amen. It's nothing that I've done so good. Amen. I tell you all the time, I didn't cross all my T's. I didn't dot all my I's. Amen. But I thank God on this morning that I'm forgiven. Amen. The next week we went into talking about, amen, we asked the question, who did it? Amen. We asked the age-old question, how did I get brought up? How did I make it? Amen. When I was lost, when I wanted to give up, amen. Amen. How did I make it through in my life? Amen. Who did it for me? Amen. And this morning we want to talk about, amen, that we didn't do it, but it was one that was mightier than I. Yeah. Amen. Steve Jobs, born in February 24, 1955, and passed away, make sure y'all catch that, passed away October 5, 2011, was an American business owner. He was an investor and CEO, co-founder of Apple Incorporated. Amen. Everybody know Apple. Some of y'all, amen, have some Apple phones in here right now. Amen. He was a majority shareholder of Pixar. Amen. And he was a member of the Walt Disney company. Amen. Y'all know Pixar, the one that makes all the movies, all the films. Amen. All the Walt Disney productions. Jobs, he is widely recognized as a pioneer in microcomputer technology. He revolutionized the computer industry in the 1970s and 1980s. And in fact, amen, if you look deeper into him, he attended Reed College in 1972 before, catch this now, dropping out the same year. He didn't even finish his education. And in 1974, amen, he dropped out of college in 72. And in 1974, he traveled to India seeking enlightenment. There was something that he was missing in his life, amen. And he went overseas and he studied Buddhism. And maybe he felt this way because when he was a young child, amen, it goes back and says that he was put up for adoption when he was brought up in California, amen. I'm going to somewhere this morning, church. It was something about life that made him not give up. It was something about life that made him not give in. And it was something about life that made him say that this is not it, amen. He went to college, but that wasn't for him, amen. And I'm sure, amen, I'm sure that as you go through life, amen, you have some obstacles, amen. You have some things, amen, some things that you're convinced of, some things that you're certain in, some things that you have confidence in, amen, and some things that you're assured in, and some things that are unwavering, unshakable in your life, amen. But this was not his case, amen. He had some situations in his life where he wasn't certain about the next step, amen. He wasn't certain about what God had for him next in his life, amen. He went to college, amen. He got the education, the degree, the job, the career, amen. You can do all those things in your life, amen, and still not be able to find yourself, amen. But instead of doing that thing, amen, I'm sure that he had some issues, amen, and he went out and he travels to India just to try to find himself. There's some things that we're going to do in life, church, that we're going to try to find ourselves, amen. And everything that we do in life is not going to be right when we try to find ourselves. Yeah. If you ever remember back in your life when you was trying to find yourself, amen, when you was big and bad enough to do whatever you wanted to do, amen. He was at this point in his life. He was at the point where he was trying to be enlightened, amen. He traveled overseas, and I have to stop right there and say that you can travel halfway across the world, amen. You can go to school, you can get a degree, you can get jobs, you can get money, you can have wealth, cars, and clothes, amen, and still not be able to find yourself, amen. But I'm here to tell you on this morning, like the sermon was last Sunday, amen, I can tell you this morning who can do it for you, amen. Amen. See, I'm telling you this morning that mama can't do it, daddy can't do it, sister can't do it, brother can't do it, amen. But I'm here to tell you on this morning, amen, there is one mightier than you, amen. Y'all gonna help me this morning, amen. If you want to look back, amen, if you want to walk into your future, walk into your gift, walk into your destiny, amen, you don't need an education, you don't need no letters behind your name, you don't need the car, you don't need the house, but tell somebody, I need somebody mightier than I am. I need somebody mightier than who I am. Amen. Amen. Which brings me to my text on this morning. John the Baptist, he was preaching. And the Bible says in verse 15, they were in expectation. John, he was preparing the way of the Lord. Amen. He was the forerunner of Jesus on this morning. And the people thought that the time was at hand. That they were in expectation for hope and for peace and for joy, and all the things that we talk about during this season, amen. They were in expectation. They was anticipating. They was in eagerness and in suspense, amen. They thought the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords was on his way, amen. After all, John was preaching, repent, the kingdom of God is at hand, amen. The people were in expectation. They observed the excellent doctrine that John the Baptist was preaching, amen. He was preaching and teaching, thus said the Lord, amen. What a divine word and what a divine power that he was preaching out unto the people, amen. He was saying what the people wanted to hear, thus saying the truth of the Lord, amen. And they started to consider, is this the time of the Messiah's coming, amen? Is this the time that we will see the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, amen? Is this the coming of our Savior? Is this the coming of our Messiah? And I have to ask a question on this morning, amen. Is anybody in here in the mood for expectation on this morning, amen? For this is the season of expectation, amen. Are you expecting God to do exceedingly, abundantly, and above all things in your life, amen? I know it's Christmas season. I know you're expecting Santa, amen. But I'm here to tell you on this morning, Jesus is the reason for the season, amen. Y'all gonna help me this morning, amen. See, the songwriter, he says it best. This is the season for grace. This is the season for favor. This is the season to reap what I have sown, amen. And I'm here to tell somebody on this morning, everything that you've been working for, everything that you've been doing, everything is coming together for your good on this morning, amen. See, I know it hurts sometimes. I know it's painful sometimes. I know you've been working hard, amen. I know it's not fair. I know you want to give up. I know you want to throw in the towel. I know you want to cry. I know you're going through pain. Sometimes you want to get that white towel and shake it as hard as you can, amen. But I'm here to tell you on this morning, don't give up. Don't give in, amen. But if you just hang on, help is on the way, amen. That this is your season. This is your season for grace, for favor. This is your season to reap what you have sown, amen. God is going to give it to you this morning, amen. If you just hold on, church. Because I'm here to tell you that help is on the way, amen. I'm in the season of expectation. I'm expecting hope. I'm expecting peace. I'm expecting joy. John the Baptist, he was preaching and teaching, and the Bible says that the people were mused, amen. Mused in the Greek, it means that they reckoned thoroughly. They deliberated about what he was talking about, amen. John, he gave them reason to have hope, reason to have peace, reason to have joy, amen. They were mused in the things that he was talking about, amen. They were mused that Jesus was on his way, amen. And I just want to ask ask you on this morning, what do people think when you show up, amen?
Oh,
amen. John the Baptist, he came preaching, he came teaching, amen. But what do people think when you show up, amen?
amen.
How do they feel about you? How do certain people feel when you come up preaching and teaching your doctrine, amen?
Amen.
See, Jesus, he lets them know, amen, that John the Baptist is the forerunner. He is the one coming, amen. And but you know how it is sometimes, church. You know how it is when you see somebody coming, amen. Here they come. I can't stand them. They always come, they get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Always talking about God. Always talking about church.
Yeah.
Always talking about I need to do better, amen. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about, amen. But I'm talking about you on this morning. What do people say when you come around, amen? They was in expectation when John the Baptist came around. The Bible says they were mused, amen. They thought thoroughly about the situation when John the Baptist came around, amen. John, he gave them hope, amen. Hope that the Messiah was on the way. And I want to ask you the quick question on this morning. What do you give people? What do you give people when you come around?
All right.
Do you give people hell? Do you give people misery? Do you give people pain? Do you give people strife? Do you give people envy? Do you give people jealousy? What do you give people when you come around, amen? Or do you give them love? Do you give them peace? Do you give them joy? Do you give them Jesus, amen?
All right.
Do people see Jesus inside of you when they see you, amen?
Yeah.
John, he shows the people Jesus. And I just want to ask the question on this morning. What do people see when they see you? I can't answer that question for you this morning, amen. Only you can answer. What do people see when they see you on this morning?
All right, Ricky.
John, he tells the people, verse 16, I indeed baptize you with water, but one mightier than I coming. John, he was telling the people that I can tell you that he's coming. I can tell you that he's on the way. I can even go further and baptize you with this water, amen. But I don't have access to your spirit. Do y'all catch what I'm saying on this morning? John was telling them, look, I can tell you that Jesus is on the way. I can tell you that he's coming back again. He's coming back for a church without spot or wrinkle, amen. I can tell you to get your life in order, amen. I can even put this water on you. I can dunk you down, amen. I can get you all wet, amen. But I can't access your spirit on this morning, amen.
Amen.
I don't care what preacher that you're serving under this morning, amen. See, I can tell you that he's coming. I can tell you that he's on the way. I can tell you that I can baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, but I can't save your soul on this morning, church. I can't do it, amen. I wish that each and every one of us could go to heaven, amen. I wish I could place each and every one of you there, amen. But I don't have the power on this morning. But I come by to tell you, amen, there's one mightier than I, amen. Do you know it on this morning, amen? Do you know him by his name? What's his name, church? Come on, somebody tell me, what's his name, church? See, I'm telling you, the Bible goes on and says that I am not even worthy on this morning. I'm not worthy to lash the shoes, amen, on his feet, amen. What's his name on this morning, church? See, the songwriter even said it like this, amen. Nobody greater, Lord, nobody greater than you on this morning. The songwriter even says that you move mountains, you cause miracles with your power, amen. You perform miracles, and there's nothing that's impossible. And I'm standing here all because you made a way, amen. What's his name on this morning, church?
Jesus.
See, I'm here just to tell you, church, that there's one mightier than I, amen. When I was in the hospital, he made a way. When I was in sick, he made a way. When I was lost, he made a way. When I was hurt, he made a way. When I was broken, he made a way. When I was half dead, amen, he made a way.
Man.
When I wanted to give up, somebody mightier than I. Amen. I couldn't do it by myself, church. I'm here to tell y'all this morning, don't feel bad. Don't give up. You can't do it by yourself, church. You're going to fall down sometime. You're going to make mistakes sometime. You're going to fall short of his glory sometime, amen. But thank God on this morning, there's one mightier. There's one mightier than I, amen. There's one that can heal the sick. There's one that can raise the dead. I'm just trying to tell you on this morning, church, there's one mightier, amen. John the Baptist, his job was to tell the people there's one mightier. There's somebody else that can do the job. Y'all catch what I'm saying this morning? There's somebody else that can do the job, amen. That you can't do it all. That you're not going to always be successful. That sometimes you're going to fall down, amen. But there's somebody mightier than I on this morning. Steve Jobs, he was an innovator. He was a trendsetter. But more importantly, he was a forerunner. You have to think about it like this, church. No matter who you are, you're nothing but a forerunner. You're nothing but a forerunner on this morning, amen. See, Jobs, I told you in the beginning of the sermon, catch it, that he died in 2011. It's 2018, church. And guess what? You're not going to believe it on this morning. Apple never shut down. Y'all catch that this morning? As much as he did for the system, and as being an innovator, being the one that began it all, being the one that put them on the map back in the 70s and 80s, amen. Steve Jobs died in 2011, church. And some people right now, they can pull out their Apple phone, amen. And some people right now, they can pull out their Apple devices right now, amen. Because Apple never shut down. He was there in the beginning. He got him up off the ground, amen. He helped start the company. But just like John the Baptist, just like Steve Jobs, both of them dead right now, amen. And I'm here to tell somebody on this morning, do all you can while you can.
That's right. Amen.
Y'all catch this morning, church. I'm trying to give it to you. Do all you can while you can, amen. Do all you can while you can run. While you can't sing, while you can't pray, while you can't, amen. Because there comes a time when no man is going to be able to, amen. The Bible even says work while there is daylight, amen. For one day, the sun is going to go down on all of us, amen. You got to run while you can.
Yeah, that's right.
Steve Jobs, he did all this for this company. He was the creator. He was the innovator. But I'm here to tell you on this morning, as I come to a close, that there's one mightier. Amen. There's always one mightier, amen. Amen. And I'm here to tell you on this morning, I don't need no Apple phone. I don't need the new technology. I don't need the cars and I don't need the houses. Don't worry about the money and don't worry about the riches, amen. But I'm here to tell you on this morning that I got a creator, amen. And I got an innovator, amen. See, I'm here to tell you that he was in the beginning. And he's going to be here even at the end, amen. I'm here to tell you that he is the Alpha and he is the Omega, amen. He's above all and he's beneath all. See, I'm here to tell you on this morning, church, he is my CEO. He is my CFO. And I'm here to even tell you this morning, church, that he's my HNIC, amen. And I'm here to tell you on this morning, church, that can't nobody do me like Jesus, amen. And there ain't nobody do me like the Lord, amen. And I'm just here trying to tell you on this morning that there's somebody mightier, amen. And I'm here to try to tell you on this morning, he came down through 42 generations, amen. He hung on an old rugged cross, amen. The Bible says that they hung him high and they stretched him wide. He dropped his head and then he died, amen. And I'm here to tell you on this morning, church, he died for all of my sins, amen. He died till he couldn't die no more, amen. But I'm here to tell you, amen, that that's not how the story ended, amen. Because they said he stayed there all Friday night, amen. He stayed there all Saturday morning, amen. He stayed there all Saturday night, amen. But somebody say early that Sunday morning, amen. Early while the dew was still on the ground. See, somebody say early Sunday morning, church. out with the power to forgive us this morning, amen. And all I'm trying to say, that there is one mightier, amen.
Yeah.
And no matter what we're going through, no matter what the obstacle is, amen. You can attain all things in this world. You can be the innovator. You can be the CEO. You can be the CFO. You can start a company from the bottom. But just like John the Baptist, just like Steve Jobs, one day you're going to be dead. And the work is still going to keep on going. Amen. What work are you doing this morning? What work are you doing this morning? John the Baptist knew that he was the forerunner. John the Baptist knew that he was the forerunner. Now this is the great part about it, church. We know how the story ends. Amen. We know that John the Baptist was put in prison. We know that the king beheaded him, amen. But the great thing about it is, the story went exactly how the story needed to go. Because in order for Jesus to stand up, John the Baptist had to move out the way. That's what a forerunner is. That's what a forerunner is, church. They're here to tell the good news of the Lord. Are you a forerunner on this morning? Are you willing to tell somebody that there's somebody mightier? That I can't do it all. You can't do it all. You're going to make mistakes in your life, amen. But don't worry. Don't fret. Don't give up. Don't be hard on yourself. When you make mistakes, don't give up, church. Amen. But the work is still going to keep on going. The work is going to keep on going. Amen. That there's one mightier than I, amen. And he's able to bring salvation, amen. He's able to bring regeneration. He's able to renew. He's able to restore on this morning, church. That there's one mightier than I. There's one mightier than you, amen. Church, you don't have to do it on your own. You're not in this thing by yourself, amen. But there is one mightier. That's all John the Baptist was trying to tell the people. That look, I'm not the one. Church, you're not the one. You don't have to do everything. You can't save the world, amen. I wish I could put everybody in heaven.